My strategy for the past few weeks have been quite different from what I was doing the past 4 months when it comes to signing high ticket clients. My offer is $2,500, and for the most part, what I was doing to get those type of clients, high ticket clients, me showing up in front of my dream clients, was by running ads. And the reason I really preferred ads more than organic is because of one simple thing. With organic, you could really go viral. If you take your time to make good content, you have a chance of showing up in front of a lot of people. But the right question is, are they the right people? You can get a bunch of followers, but they might be broke. They have no money. They cannot afford your services. But with ads, the moment you perfect your messaging and who the people you're targeting, what specific problem you're solving them, what job do they work, how much money they're making, then you're able to attract the right people for you to collect their money in exchange of good services. And I get it, with ads it kinda could get scary because you're spending money without knowing when the next client is gonna come, which is very important to track data. Before I took my offer seriously, I was running ads, spending money, blowing through every single cent that I had left in my bank account and not signing a single client. Why? Because I was taking action too late. Or when I was taking action, I might have taken action based completely off emotions. So for example, without data, you might be running an ad and you spend, let's say, $200 on that ad. And from that ad, you got maybe 5 conversations started, 0 booked calls, no inbound whatsoever. Without data, you wouldn't know that this ad is a shitty ad. So you might just run it thinking that hopefully you will sign your next client very soon. But when running an ad, if you spend $200 and you got low inbound, low percentage of conversations to set, low number of people answering your DMs, almost 0 inbound, then you will know exactly when to cut the ad. Because I wanted to cut down my cost per result whilst attracting same quality of people. The ad that I used to run were 2 types of ads, and I was testing both of them. One of them was a talking video, talking directly to my clients' pain points, who I'm targeting, who I'm talking to, who I want, to come and sign up with me, with the intention of them to give me a follow on Instagram and comment or message me a specific word to have a conversation with me. Now, despite that ad doing good, I wanted something even better. I wanted to think outside the box because in my space, everybody was doing the exact same thing. They were either doing carousels or they were doing talking videos. So what I did is I made a 7-second video, and within the video, I basically pointed out the problem that my ideal customer might be facing, who I am directly speaking to in terms of who they are as a person in life. And what I would tell them is to check the caption for more details. And what I would tell them is to check the caption for more details. And within the caption, I basically just went about fully hammering, pointing out people's pain points, what they've tried, how they're not able to solve their problems. And the call to action at the end was for them to message me. And I ran the ad as a messaging ad. So people can message me inbound instead of me waiting for them to follow me, nurture them, and having to text them.
Here is my ad. So is this you? And then it points out the pain points, and I tell people to check the caption. And in the caption, I basically just write this long form copy of me pointing out their pain points and how I feel them because I was there myself, and I, just tell a story. And at the end, I tell them to DM me a word, and I run this ad as a messaging ad.
From that ad, let me show you. I spent about $269.37, and the cost per result on that one was $8.98 per message, which is very good. Ad made me start about 30 conversations, and this is what it got me. Look, a $2,500 client. Now, of course, I have to blur out the details because, I'm not supposed to share things like this. But from spending $269 and getting $2,500, you do the ROI. The return on that is crazy. That is almost 10x what I spent on that ad, which is very good. And the reason why I was able to get that result, because it's good to not always follow the industry standards. Like I said, people in my industry, they were either doing talking videos or they were doing carousels. So I took a different approach by testing something that is different than what other people are doing. which is why I've been able to start over 30 conversations, book a ton of sales calls, and also do a follow-up call with them. So this ad might not just 10x, but 20, 30x. And when people would message me, I would always make sure to keep the conversation small since they message me and not me messaging them. So when they would reply to my ad with a specific word, what I would do is basically give them a welcome message and follow up with a question for how long have you been dealing with XYZ? And they would tell me for how long they've been dealing with that problem, and then I'll tell them, I know how frustrating that could be. What have you tried so far to overcome this problem? And then they would tell me, I'd be like, I'm so sorry, you had to go through all of that and try different solutions, but nothing seems to be working. How would it feel to overcome X problem? And then they would tell me, and they'd be like, got it. So then I would tell them, okay, got it. So your current goal is to overcome this problem in this period of time without having to use this or that again. Because sometimes they would tell me, I tried this, but it didn't work, or I'm currently trying this, but it's not working. And I would use that as a way to reframe back the goal that they're trying to achieve. And when they say yes, I go immediately for the pitch. I say, I can definitely help you. I'm more than happy to set up a call with you. Does that sound good? They usually say yes, but then if they say no, or maybe later, there's no problem with that. Just go away. Don't try and be pushy. I booked them in for a sales call, and within the Calendly questions, there's one question that basically states, if the conversation goes well between both of us and you're ready for one-on-one coaching, would you be willing to invest financially? And then the check boxes would be, heck yes, I would, or meh. They always check heck yes, which means even if I jump on the sales call with them and they don't buy from the first call, there's a high potential they're gonna buy with the follow-up call, because they're already committed to solving their problem. But then you might say, but what if they say meh or they're not ready? I cancel the call. I'm not bothered to jump on a sales call with someone knowing that they don't even have the intention of solving their problem. When someone replies to my ad and wants to get more information, I welcome them and then I follow up with a question. They tell me their problem, they answer the problem. Because the good thing is not to always go with the question, is to make them feel heard. So I say, I know how frustrating that can be, and then I follow up with a question. They tell me their problem, I say, I'm sorry, and then follow up with a question. What have you tried so far to overcome this obstacle? They tell me their problem, and then I tell them I can definitely help you, would love to set up a call with you, yada, yada, yada. Does that sound good? They say yes. Awesome. You can use this link to pick a day and time you like. I send them my Calendly link, and then off I go. They book it in. And this is literally how I set calls. I set 1 to 2 appointments every single day. My ad budget currently is $50 a day, and I set about 1 to 2 appointments a day. That is very, very, very good. And when I get on a call with these people and I close the deal, I don't just take the money and spend it. I take $500 from that invoice that is paid and I put it right in my pocket, and the rest goes into ads, because the goal isn't to spend all the money, because it's easy for me to take it and blow it, but the goal is to grow and scale while making sure to maintain stability and clients are getting results. Because if your main goal is to make money out of this, you will fail no matter what, because you don't care about your clients. Your clients will leave. You will never get testimonials. People will shit on you. People will make sure you go out of business. So do not go in it just for the sake of making money or for the sake of your own pleasure. You have to care for your people. You have to care for the people you work with, because when you do that, that is how you grow. That's how you succeed. That's how you maintain stability and making sure you scale at a fast level. Your entire main takeaway from this video should be that to always test and try new things. I recommend to at least save $1,000 before you go and run off with ads, because you could blow that off very quickly if you do not know what you're doing or if your offer isn't solidified enough. But here's the good news. If you don't have an idea of what your offer should be, you don't know what your messaging is, you have no idea who you're targeting, you don't know what to sell, who to sell to, I do have my blueprint, which I totally recommend for people just like you who want to get their foot in the door, to get an idea of who they should sell to, what their offer should be, what their pricing structure should be, how to run ads, how to set appointments, and everything. But if you're someone who's like, but a blueprint wouldn't just do the job for me, I need something more hand in hand where I take you literally step by step every single day instead of you having to follow up a blueprint, you could go ahead and book a call down with me below, and let's see if I could work with you, completely create and scale up your offer within the next 3-4 months. But other than that, you can check out my free content. You can always reach out to me on Instagram if you have any sort of questions you want answered, and I'm always more than happy to help. And that is it. I will see you in the next video. Make sure to leave a sub, perhaps a like, a comment. You can add in the comments down below. You can tell me any sort of questions that you want answered, and I'm more than happy to answer it. And I will see you in the next video.